Good evening, good afternoon, good night, and good morning. Welcome to another episode of Millionaire M.A.N Cave. I'm like lost. I'm trying to figure out what y'all got stuff in my hands and everything. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be right here with us on Millionaire M.A.N Cave. Each and every Tuesday, RETV, Relationship Entertainment Television. Don't forget, share this with your family, share this with your friends. Let people know that Millionaire M.A.N Cave is on air. Hit the subscribe button if you are watching us now on YouTube, on the RETV network on YouTube. Yeah, all that good stuff. Order your shirts. Oh, Mike, you wanted me to show you a shirt. Now, hold on 1 second before I forget. But I was just talking to Donnell about it just a minute ago.
Okay.
This is the one you were talking about?
Yeah, I thought that joint was silver.
No, it's not silver. It's about the black. It's about up in here. You thought up in here was silver?
Yeah, all the colors.
You thought the outline. Oh, you thought the outline was silver?
Yeah.
No,
so it's
outline,
black and white.
Yeah, it's black and white. But like I said, you know, if you wanted the silver, I got you. I got you. You know, I just told Donnell the same thing. Hit the order button on ratv.net/store. And we'll get you taken care of with your RETV apparel and all that good stuff. So go ahead and hit the like, share button, order your apparel, all that. That was just one of the shirts. We got a bunch of them. That was just one of them. So Mike said you want to join the silver.
Yes, definitely. 3X.
Okay, got you. I got you. No problem. But before we go any further, let's go ahead and introduce who all is on the show. I just talked to my brother from another mother. I appreciate my man. He hit me up earlier this week. What's going on, Mike?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
Good deal. Good to see you. Had you in the building. My other brother from the DMV in the building with us. What's going on, Donnell?
Hey, man. Chilling. You know what it is.
You stupid. Yeah. I don't know if that worked or not. I'm hearing a little bit of feedback. Donnell said he hearing a little bit of feedback too, but I don't hear it now. Still a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. My neighbor from across the street. What's going on? I got the wait. What background is that? What city is that? Black. What's going on? Black is in the building. What city is that? Black.
That's Birmingham.
He don't know.
The B-Ham, dog.
Is it?
Yeah. That's Skyline from Birmingham from Red Mountain, the Vulcan.
Got you. Birmingham look like it got a bigger downtown than Charlotte.
Yeah, it does.
They got. I mean, it's growing, man. But it's I mean, it ain't what people think. It ain't. You know, you ain't never been there. You just don't know.
Yeah, if you ain't never been there, you don't know.
Yeah. If you don't know, you better not go down there slipping either, because you might not come back.
Hey, I get you. There's a little bit of that, a little bit everywhere, but I get you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, before we go any further, because I know we got a hot topic tonight, let's go ahead and get into this intro right quick.
Well, they do that, cause we do that though. I see you talking, so we gon' take it though. And yeah, talking cheap, so don't do that though. My click 100 deep.
We everywhere, and you right here with us. As you can see, we all across this piece. We got people down here in Charlotte. We got people across North Carolina. We got my man Donnell in the DMV. And my man Black, while he is in Charlotte, he thinks he's in Birmingham because his background is Birmingham. Although he got the Boston Bruins hat on. And where your shirt from, Black? Look like you all over the place there. You literally everywhere.
You it's called Warrior Up, Bruce Lee collection.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's what's up.
Huge Bruce Lee follower, and of his not just movies, but his philosophy and his way of life and stuff like that. And it's all good, man. He got a lot of good stuff. But this hat don't mean no Boston Bruins.
Hey, that's so. With the, I mean, I know what you want it to mean, but it stands for Boston Brewers, obviously.
No, it ain't. I don't see no trade. Well, it is trademark. Obviously, it's fake.
Right.
Bro. Speaking of trademarks, I'm working on trademark our stuff.
BDBO.
Yeah. Man, don't say it. Don't say what it is. I don't want nobody to get it. But hey, them trademarks ain't cheap, man.
No, it ain't cheap. I could have told you that.
Yeah.
And then even after you start the process,
after you register and you get accepted, you got to pay again.
Yeah, but they even want specifics on how you plan to use it, so that way in case somebody else, it's a whole, it ain't an easy process, but it's worth it though. I will pay that.
BBO like me, I'm telling them explicitly. Exactly what it means. Hey, and they were like, oh no, that was not on here yet.
Hey, if you don't know, you then like Black said, you don't know. You need to make sure you tune in each and every Tuesday right here, Millionaire Man Cave, and you would know what BDBO means.
Yeah, they need to watch the last 3 episodes. Yeah.
Exactly. Go back, go on retv.net, or if you are on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And then go back and watch the previous 3 episodes of Millionaire Man Cave, and you will understand what BDBO means at the end of the day. And if you are fellas, then we hope you are making sure that you get your BDBO in daily. Take your daily dose of BDBO with your woman.
Oh man, I can't take it no more, man. We gotta tell them what it means, man. I already got it in the paper. I already got it in the right, man. Hey.
Go ahead, Mike. Mike, you got it. Mike came up with it, didn't he?
No, I came up with that, man. Mike can't steal my stuff, man. Why y'all trying to steal my stuff?
Beat that back out.
That's right. BDBO.
Beat that back out.
That's probably 90% of the marital problems. Either you ain't doing it or she ain't getting it. From you.
It may not be right to say. From you.
That's what I'm saying. From you. Yeah.
So we got a heck of a show. But before we get into our show, let me personally say thank you to 3 of y'all brothers for hitting me up earlier this week. For those who don't know, I'm not gonna go through the whole situation, but I got a lot of personal family stuff going on, one after another. Even some of these brothers don't even know exactly everything that's going on. But I appreciate y'all. You know, that's honestly what Millionaire Man Cave is about. That's what us being as brothers are about, making sure we have each other's back, making sure we check up on each other when stuff just don't seem right. And I appreciate these brothers, checking up on me, at least sending me a text or whatnot, and just saying, hey, we thinking about you. We got you and your family in our prayers. So I appreciate y'all, brothers. I just wanted to say that publicly, so people don't say, I'm talking behind your back. But want to say that publicly. Wanted to say appreciate y'all, fellas. So let's go ahead and get into this thing. Like based on the pre-show conversation, this might get a little intense. Because I got all right. So let's. I don't know where I want to start with this, fellas. I don't know where. Okay, so let's start with this. We're gonna start this way. So I had a partner of mine who hit me up earlier this week. Heck, it might have been Saturday. I think it was Saturday or Sunday. Hit me up Saturday or Sunday and was like, "Yo, I need some advice." And I was like, "Okay, all right, I got you. What you need? Your brother, what's up?" So he goes on to tell me a little bit more about some parenting issues that he has with his kids. He got 2 daughters and he got a son. He's like, Ty, my son is not my issue. He was like, my daughters are my issue, to be completely honest. And I'm like, okay, usually daddy's girls, they listen to daddy. They usually give mommy problems. They give daddy a little bit of problems when it comes to dating and stuff like that. But they usually give mommy problems because, they got daddy girls or whatnot. But he was like, my daughters, he doesn't know if they craving for attention or if this is something completely different than what anybody else is experiencing. So he pretty much says this, fellas. He was like, I have 2 daughters. One of my daughters got lip for days. She always talking back. She always trying to challenge me. She even said that it's my job as your child to challenge you at some point, in which he had to look at her like she was stupid. Then he got another daughter who also challenges him, but she challenges him in more than one way. The other way in which she challenges him is by acting like she's a dude. And that's obviously a major issue for him because he's like, you're not a dude. You are a woman. I need you to act and such. So she plays ball. And he was like, he kind of feared that, with her playing ball, that she would wind up being influenced in her life. Apparently, this chick is so influenced that she literally goes in and steals his boxes, steals her brother's boxes, because she likes to wear clothes like a dude. He's even gone so far to go into her phone and has actually found communications in her phone with her and other females, or other females are calling her daddy. So he wants to know, how should he handle this situation and what should he do? Because he's like, I'm at a loss. I can't beat my daughters the same way if I wanted to beat my son. We parent our sons a little bit different than the way we actually parent our daughters. So he's like, I can't beat my daughters because they're 13. I think they're 13 and 14, 13 and 15, and his son, is also a teenager. But he's like, I can't beat him. I can punch my son in the chest, but my daughters, I don't want to give them the wrong impression that if I beat them, that they think it's okay for other dudes to now do the same thing because that's their way of showing love. We've all heard the phrase, "This gonna hurt me more than I hurt you." I'm doing this because I love you. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't want to show that same misinterpretation of feelings towards his daughters. But he doesn't know what to do when it comes to his daughters. One, being disrespectful. Two, one of them dressing like a dude and trying to act like a dude. And then three, just, the whole gambit of, female emotions and all that good stuff. So what say y'all, fellas? That was a lot, but what say y'all?
That was a lot.
These is real kids. These is real kids.
Real kids, and honestly, he's 9 times out of 10. He's listening right now because he wanted me to share this with y'all. So he's listening. We got quite a few people listening. Don't forget, y'all, share this video with your family, share your video with your friends, hit the subscribe button, RATV, YouTube. Go ahead, Black.
So I'm saying, though, so these are his biological kids.
These are his biological. I got the kids, yeah.
Okay, all right.
He BDBO'd somebody and got these kids.
Okay, all right.
Black, so for those who don't know, Black is literally over there taking notes and probably writing presentation. Go ahead, Mike.
I like to. I mean, we trying to help people, man. I may get a little stupid with it. I may, put a little spin with it, but hey, it's always in
yeah. And I got you.
In Mike, the spirit of helping people. That's why we started this. Yeah. So
you was gonna say something, Mike? Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I guess my first thing is the disrespect. He got to find a way to handle that. Like he said, he can't just punch her in the chest like he would his son. But at the same time, he's got to get a handle on it somehow. Because that will continue into something that he doesn't want it to.
How? You got a daughter, Mike? How? I got a daughter. All of us got daughters. So how does he handle with that disrespect?
My daughter's 9, dude. She worship the ground I walk on right now. So I don't know, how to answer that coming from my daughter or from my own personal standpoint. But I know with my sons, when they hit, those teenage years and they start to disrespect, I could be like, whoa, what you doing? Or just something. See, okay, back up. Reel it back in. When they were younger, I used to do things like, when they were toddlers, I used to do things like I would pop them real hard on the, with my, pluck them real hard on the back of their neck, and they couldn't stand it. So I set it up back then that, I was your dad, basically, that I am superior to you physically. We'll say it that way. And so when they got older and they were challenged, I was just able to do it verbally. I would let them vent, and I'd be like, "Whoa, wait a minute now. I still am your dad," and they would reel it back in. So I didn't really have to do a whole lot. My oldest son, he challenged me one time physically. He did. We were wrestling, and I mean, he went hardcore, and he tried to take me down. And God willing, I found every bit of testosterone in my body to keep him from taking me down, and I was able to get him down. And because that boy is strong, strong as a bull. But I was able to take him down, and that was the end of it. He never challenged me again.
Okay. So how? Well, I'm gonna wait to the second part of that question, because again,
Yeah.
I get you with the sons, but for those who have daughters, again, all of us got daughters, and there will be a
Yeah.
time where your daughter's going to challenge you, and it may not be physically like you said your son did, but my man want to know how does he handle this with his daughters and compare? Because he said like you said, he got his son under control. He said he got his son under control. Like, I don't know how he got his son under control, but he said he got his son under control. It's his daughters that's giving him a challenging, and yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Donnell, Black, y'all got? Which one do y'all got?
I would say, having teenage daughters, some of this is just, hey, that's just the ebb and flow. That's just the cycle of having, kids. And it ain't just limited to daughters. You can have that with your son too. And, for him to say, my first question would be, what have I done to changes with myself, with my daughters? So for me, I will tell you this: I have a teenage daughter, and I have had to adjust and look at myself on how I do my teenage daughter. I had to learn that, listen, and just wise people, other people telling me that, look, this how it may go. She gonna love you when she love you, Superman, you big hero, you can do anything, you strongest man on the face of the earth. Then as she start getting them teenage years, listen, she don't need you to love on no more. She don't want to love on you. You gross, you old, you got gray hair, you got hair coming out your nose, you got hair coming out your ears, you got too much hair except on your head. What's wrong with you? You get that. And you got to adjust how you do it. So when I'm still looking for, and I'm not saying this is answer this question, I'm just talking about me, but I'm looking for daddy's little girl. Well, daddy's little girl has reminded me that I'm no longer a little girl. And I want to be me. I want to be me. So now I can come in, try to force her to do certain things. But you know what? Look, man, it's called bait and withdraw. It's the oldest trick in the book. Listen, what I do with my daughter a lot of times, I ignore. No matter how, how much, because I can say something to her like, hey, got a homework day? No, I did it already. Wait a minute, hold on. Who the hell are you talking to? Who you? I will knock your teeth back inside your trachea. What's wrong with you? But when she does that, I'm like, okay, whoa. But then it come back around. Payday come back around when she wants something. You know what I'm saying? Then, if you so, to where, oh, she's getting my attention, I'm gonna give her what she wants. No, at that point, you gotta say, you know what, sweetie? The other day when I said something to you, you gave me some lip that I didn't appreciate. I'm your dad, I love you, I'm gonna give you everything I got. But I can't have that. I can't get that. You're gonna have her attention. See, any other time you try to chastise her, you ain't got her attention until she wants something. And that ain't just for that's for women. You ain't until they want something from you, you ain't got their attention. And so you got to make sure you maximize the times when you do have their attention. And that's when they want something from you. And you got to always let them know. Let me tell you something. I wasn't always like this. You better believe it. Hey, I'm one phone call away.
Hey, Black, that's funny because what you just said was you said two things that we talked about when he and I were talking on the phone. Two things you said. One, that I wasn't always like this. And that's what he said. He's like, man, had she got me about 10 years ago, I'd have handled this situation completely different, even though she's my daughter. Yep. And then second was, right. I told him, I would say, there comes a point where she gonna need you before you need her, and so you gotta let her kind of fall on her face for a minute. And then when she come back, remind her, because you can't put your hands on her the way you want to. Not that you can't, but you should not put your hands on her the way you want to. I say every now and then, everybody deserves a good, pop. You pop them in the mouth. They be all right so long as you ain't, jabbing them or shaking them. But give them a little pop every now and then. They be all right. But yeah, let her fall on her face because when she come back and she gonna want that money or she gonna want to use the car or she gonna want something, be like, yeah, remember when you were just giving me lip the other day, or remember when you were just acting like such the other day? I need you to remember that when you want something of who actually is the parent in this relationship and who is the child. So you hit something on the nail there, Black. when you said that.
And I
Donnell,
would never let it. My frustration would always. I wouldn't let it be frustration because it's gonna be frustration. But the more and more that you give them power in the situation, the more and more they're gonna gain that power and use it. The situation the talk and disrespect. What is disrespect? I don't know. Maybe they see your relationship with the son different.
okay.
Maybe they see that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know this gentleman, but bruh, hey, does it seem like do your daughters have the idea you let your son do whatever you want to and hold him to a certain standard? Because that can be a huge thing that's coming out, and they like, forget you. Who you think you are? You let him do anything he wants to. But first time I talk about something, I'm wrong. I mean, we get that, and I'm just talking about stuff I get because I have a son and a daughter, and I'm telling you, man, it's like, man, you got to become some type of spiritual gangster, doctor, dad around these things with these kids, man. And beating, the beating ain't always the answer. Look, man, we ain't slaves. We ain't slaves. You ain't got no look. Your problem with your kids ain't beating them. Their problem ain't beating them. Because the way your kids talk, when they get beat, they'll be doing it again. That ain't it. That ain't it.
That's why I don't beat my kids.
Hey, look, man. Look, out of all the ass whoopers I got in my life, look, I got a bunch of them. It ain't stopped me from doing none of that dumb stuff I was doing when I got grown.
Amen. That's why I don't beat my kids. Exactly the same reason, Black.
You ain't got no control over nobody, man. Beating kids make you feel good. You don't do shit for them.
Because I mean, some kids now I will say this, and I know we're coming to you, Donnell. I will say some kids are very afraid of that beating, and there are some kids because we've had these in our circles. We've had these conversations before. Some kids are really afraid of that, and it will straighten them up. But I was not one of them. I was one of those kids that I was just one of those kids that I was like, beaten. Okay. I take that.
I prefer it. I prefer it more than a punishment because you can beat me. It's over with in 5-10 minutes. Punishment, man, I got to sneak on the phone. I got to be home. It's just too much work for me, man. It's like,
it's crazy because I ain't gonna lie.
Beating never stopped me.
I used to beat my kids I used to beat my boys when they was younger, but then I got to the point where I realized I'm more like my father. Now I just talk their daggone heads off. And it's funny because even that, my son, he told me one time, a long time ago, my oldest son, he was like, Dad, I was getting ready to do something, but I heard you in the back of my head. He ain't say, I thought about the time you beat me. He was like, I heard you in the back of my head, so I ain't do it. So I'm like, okay, well, obviously what I'm saying or what I have said has resonated with you that you thought not to do what you should not have done. And he was like, yeah, so, I got you. Mr. Reasonable is up there like he is like, yo, I don't believe y'all, brother. And I got a second part to this question, but I got to hear what Donnell got to say.
So you already know I'm the reason. My first point is, I feel like, as parents, as fathers with boys and girls, I feel like we probably raise our sons as, potential, future men in any type of relationship, right?
I hope so.
Okay.
But that's what I'm alluding to is that there is a bias, right? Daddy's girl, your son is a future man. You know what I mean? I feel like the respect aspect of it for a girl, there shouldn't be a bias, but it starts early. And I say that to say, like, there might be an inklet where you might give your daughter a pass before you give your son. And I don't know if you guys ever noticed that I feel like sometimes a mother can be more hard on the daughter than the father can be on the daughter.
I agree.
because
Okay.
she
Okay.
recognized early on what that is and what that's going to look like in the future. Whereas we have no idea that that's even a possibility because I'm the head of this household. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, fast forward, you know, your daughters have gotten older. They're more likely to change, right? Because of, you know, hormones. You know, we don't think like them, right? I feel like my man, you know what I'm saying, to your boy, like I feel like it's going to take a lot of patience, right? And I don't think that for the one who could potentially be a dyke, there may not be a right or wrong, right? She is who she is.
Right.
And she might even be experimenting. You know,
It happens.
women, you know, they people experiment and they grow out of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have to be patient, you know.
Man, she say she's still in his drawers though.
So that was the
Because
second
that's
part. So that was the second part of the question I wanted to get into.
so
So he got
if
cheated. He got a
she's
second problem. His second problem is his daughter. That's you know that's dyking. Like how does he how does he handle a situation like that?
like
She's still in his drawer.
he has to let her be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like if she's into boy shorts, if she's into like gym shorts, like it's not gonna make her feel any better if he's trying to shove dresses down her throat.
Right.
Mm.
It'll push her away.
Right. And that'll definitely push her away.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he said. He not trying to do. He said he's not trying to push her away.
Exactly. You don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I mean,
but he's concerned, even to the fact where, like he said, she got other chicks calling her daddy, and he, you know, she literally had to. I mean, he had to literally call one of the other parents to be like, "Yo, I need you to check your child because your child is over here influencing my child." And then him and another parent kind of got into it.
So
yeah, I see.
My advice,
I would never do that.
he got to take himself out of it. It's not about him. It's not about him.
Mm-hmm.
It's about her and what she, you know what I'm saying, and what makes her comfortable. Because she's trying to find who she is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't make her feel like, you know, he shouldn't make her feel like any certain type of way, whether it's that's who she's going to be or if she's just experimenting.
But real talk, everybody not like that. And I'm not saying he is or he isn't, but you know, there are a lot of people who are very homophobic when it comes to.
Hey man, this is the 21st. This is the 21st century, dude. You know, you got LGBT,
all them letters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I feel like, you know, if this was the 50s and 60s, sure, but it's become a part of America. You know what I'm saying? Like every day now. So you know, there should be no shame in that.
It shouldn't be, but just like there are people who still shame the whole alphabet crew, the LGBTQIA, there are still people who are racist. You can say, yeah, there still shouldn't be racists in this world, but there still are. So there are some people who are still homophobic in this, and they are so much that they are scared for their own children to become what they don't want them to be. I mean, that's just reality, unfortunately. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But unfortunately, the reality is there are people like that. They feel like they can beat their child, they can beat it out of their child, or I can take my child and pray out of my child, or whatever the case may be.
So if he doesn't want to push her away, then it sounds like he got some soul searching to do.
Yes. Yes, because he's going to have to accept her for where she is right now. And that's the key thing, where she is right now, because where she is right now might not be where she's going to be 2 months from now. She might be experimenting. She might not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's got to learn to accept her and respect her for where she is right now.
So the one who talks back. So I feel like I agree and I disagree. I feel like she may challenge him, and it can be a good thing. And I say that because in his mind, he should know ain't no dude off the street, you know what I'm saying, going, you know, try to say, you know, nice things to her, and she gonna be some stupid, you know what I'm saying, and just fall for him. You know what I mean? She's gonna challenge him. Like he should have that mindset. Like if she challenges me, I already know what she gonna do
when
when she get out here in these streets.
Yeah.
But in terms of the father-daughter relationship, you know, that might just be a revolving conversation. Like she should challenge him, but there's got to be a level of respect in that. He got to set up those boundaries.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. And I don't know, like, huh?
I would say this: there should never be. See, when you talking about people talking back to you, see that it don't matter if it's your kids. It don't matter. Hey, look, I tell you one thing: don't nobody back talk to me. Nobody. I don't. You grown anybody? Because guess what? I don't have relationships with people like that. And so you know how I don't have relationship with people that would do back, check back in some stupid way. I cut you real quick. I say what I'm gonna do, and I do it.
But
and
see,
it's over. And so,
it.
But what I'm saying to him is, from here on out, with that, disrespect is one word in there, is respect. So one way you can be respectful is to do what you say you're gonna do, and don't cut no shorts. So if you getting upset that she disrespecting you, don't tell her I'm taking your phone, I'm taking your this, or I'm doing something in the house. You ain't getting it. It's done. I exercise that right. I ain't beating you, but you're not gonna have free will and reign in my house talking back to me. So whatever, when you say something, right now I'm going through the same similar thing in my house. And me and my wife talked today, and I said, listen, why are we having a conversation about this? This happened 2 times before. This is the 3rd time. I ain't got nothing to say. Do it. And my wife's like, you know what? You're right.
I don't know. I think there's a way to challenge without being disrespectful. And I go back to,
but hold on, but Donnell, I agree with you. But what he's saying is they're disrespecting him.
Mm-hmm.
That's his perception. And I don't know what level of, because I see he says she challenges everybody. I don't know that she's, yelling. I don't know that she's, cursing at adults. It could be a challenge. It could have been, you know what I'm saying? It could be something. To me, a challenge is, Christopher Columbus invented America. No, he didn't. He never stepped foot on America. That's a challenge. It's not disrespectful.
I don't think that I'm not saying that's, I don't think he calling us about nothing like that. I think he talking about, I could be wrong, but this man ain't talking about.
She got the slick mouth. He said she got the slick mouth.
Got the slick mouth.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Brother Michael.
So, yeah, I put the church finger up. So, just real talk. When my oldest son was like, golly, he was probably 4 years old. This dude caught an attitude about something. I don't even remember what it was. This was like, 14 years ago now. But he caught an attitude about something. And I immediately said, "Oh, we got a problem?" He was like, "Yes." Now, rewind that back. When I was a kid, if my parent had said that, we got a problem, I understood what that was, and I knew I would get popped in the mouth or whatever. But my son, he was just being real. He answered my question. I said, "Do we have a problem?" He said, "Yes." And so I had to take a step back. And I had to say, well, damn.
And so, Mike, when you was coming up, have you ever, with that same example you just gave, have you ever been put in a situation where you were almost afraid to be expressive because of how you was raised? Yes.
Yeah. Oh, definitely so. Definitely. And I don't want my kids to come up that way.
That's my point.
And so, and that's why
it's not always do as I say and not as I do type situation.
That's not what I'm hearing this man say. I ain't heard this man say none of that. I'm not hearing him say
hold
that.
up, Black. Hold up, Black. The reason I brought up that comment and that story was we were talking about disrespect. And before he answered me that quickly with that yes, I would have considered that disrespect. But after he did it, I had to take a step back and realize that wasn't disrespect. He just answered my question.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but the person whom we talking about is watching the show right now, and I believe they're the ones who are replying over here in the comments underneath every now and then. They say she does what she wants and does not listen. So, I mean, basically, and I could be wrong. I don't know if that's that person or not, but I know they watch the show on a regular basis, and they said that they be watching tonight because they wanted to hear what we got to say. So again, fellas, ladies, if y'all got questions y'all want answered by Millionaire Man Cave, put them in the chat. Send them an email, info@re-tv.net. Had to take a quick commercial break right quick just to say that. We'll be answering all questions live on air each and every Tuesday right here, Millionaire Man Cave, Relationship Entertainment Television. But yeah, so I go back to say, if this is who this is in the chat, he's saying she does not listen no matter what. She's being so not only is she being disrespectful to him, she's disrespectful to everybody. She don't give a damn who she talking to. Because initially, all right, so he did tell me he's not with his child's mother, and he said that initially he thought it was a reaction to the fact that she was with somebody.
Yes, this is me.
He was with somebody that she didn't care for. Well, then he realized, well, nah, that ain't it because they have a decent relationship. So he thought, okay, well, maybe what the hell is this? What really is going on here? That she's being disrespectful and talking smack, but apparently he said this is him. She being disrespectful to everything. She mumbles under her breath. My man say she's defiant. So it ain't just a situation of, I saw a meme on Facebook the other day. It said, similar to what Mike just said, sighing, just going, back in the day was a form of disrespect to our parents, and we would have got smacked through a wall. This sounds like this is sighing to the 100th degree. So she back talking, and we're gonna get on this in a second. The whole Kirk Franklin situation, where he got a grown ass son, 33, that's basically said, Kirk said, what you're not gonna do is disrespect me no more. We're gonna talk about that in a minute too. But my man say that his daughter is literally being defiant.
So it sounded like he need to set up some regular date nights. She acting out, she might be craving some attention from him. I don't know what that relationship is. I mean, you said he got a boy, a girl, you know what I'm saying? So he got at least 3 kids. So, and I'm sure, it's probably not enough for him, to go around. But it sounds like they need some one-on-one, heart to heart type conversations and
I agree.
And
but not with just her, with all of them. With all of them, you need to have one-on-one conversation.
This is true. This is true because and I think that's one of the hard parts about being a parent, man, is finding self for your significant other, finding time for yourself, work and your kids, and not showing one kid more attention than the other.
Right.
And I think that one thing that is, of course, somebody said counseling, but hey, check this out, man. When we start talking about defiance and disobedience and disrespect and all those things, man, we listen, man. As a school principal, man, I did seminars and all kinds of stuff on this stuff, man. And here's one thing that we got to understand, man. If you ever get a chance to get your hands, my man, it's a book called The Anatomy of Peace. It's a very good book. It's called The Anatomy of Peace. And there's a situation in that book that talks about what you're talking about. One thing that we do is because what we are upset about does not exist. It don't exist. It's like we have a limit here where we think our kids ought to be acting. And then our kids on our scale, in our mind, they're performing here. Now, we know that kids going to do stupid stuff. We know everybody going to do some stupid stuff. But the problem we have is when people don't meet the expectations, and that gap in between what we think and what we see is our frustration. You got to somehow eliminate that gap. And the way you eliminate that gap is to, don't get me wrong, just you eliminate your expectations. Now, I'm not saying let them do what they want to do. That's not what I'm doing. But for the most part, what I'm saying is this. See, we trying to justify. Every time we justify why we going to do something to somebody else, it makes us right. So anytime you get that, you're going to continue that perpetual peace breakage. In it. Somebody got to be the person to be given and understand. And I'm not saying let your daughter walk over you. I am not that dude. I am not that. But you got to be smarter than her. You got to be smarter than her. And how you get smarter than her is to not just allow her to walk over you, but some of the little things that I know that I do, when I feel you disrespecting me, any and everything you do disrespects me from then on until I get a good apology. So it may be some little battles that you're battling every time now that you don't need to battle every time because you feel disrespected. But when you stop feeling that, things can happen. But that ain't the end all to it.
Last point for me, Ty, is this. I want my man to think about when the disrespect started happening. Something may have happened to her that he don't know about, and she's too afraid to say. It's a possibility.
That's what Nicole said. Nicole said the disrespect can be a sign of deep-seated hurt. So, like you said, something could have happened, whether it had been with him, whether it had been with him, another adult, or something like that that was deep-seated within her that's forcing her to lash out, like you said, Donnell. Go ahead.
So, I was just gonna say, just remember, hurt people hurt people.
Yes. Good point. Yeah. Hurt people.
And I mean, okay. And
they're teenagers. They teenagers, dog.
I was just getting ready to say that, Black. I've grown up, I don't know about y'all, but my whole family, I can say my whole family, but 97% of my family consists of females. I didn't grow up with a lot of dudes in my family. I got probably on my mother's side of the family, maybe 1 or 2 male cousins that I could think of offhand. On my father's side of the family, I got literally 1 male cousin I could think of offhand. So I grew up around a bunch of females. I grew up with, and then those females had other females. And so to Black's point, women deal with hormones, they deal with all types of stuff, and then they're female. They have those issues that we just as men don't understand that come around every once a month. Hell, we think about our wives for that matter. Our wives even like, damn, just 2 minutes ago you was fine. All of a sudden, and it's like, oh, it's that time of the month. Never mind. Thought I did something. But no, my point is right. They're female, so we really don't understand a lot of the emotions that they go through as females, and then as teenagers, as they're going through that change in life. That goes through middle school, through high school. Then I'm dealing with puberty, dealing with dudes, dealing with mom and dad at home. There's a lot of stuff that females that go through and teenagers go through. Not just girls, but guys too go through that we have to also keep into consideration.
Okay, so look, here's my thing. Before we get into Kirk Franklin, I want to hit both sides real quick. The disrespect, like I said, you gotta get a handle on that somehow. By and I like what Black was saying. Catch them when they have your attention. When they want something, they have your attention. And you can discipline by taking away things that they want, or by it could be simple as something that they normally get from you that they think is mandatory. Be like, oh wait, yep, you're not getting that right now. You know how you came at me the other day? That was disrespectful, and we're not going to have that. I don't have to do for you the things that I do, and so until you show the respect, we may not be able to do everything that you think that you get automatically. So that's the disrespect part. The sexuality part.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it is. But there are things, and you have to find them. Just like with our wives, we have to know them. We have to know our children. we have to figure them out. I'll put it that way. We have to figure them out because they change too. But as far as the sexuality part, man, I mean, it's a soft subject. You have to really approach it with kid gloves, you know, because you don't know where she is mentally. You don't know if she's experimenting. You don't know if this is who she's going to be. You don't know if this is who she wants to be. You know, so what you have to do is you have to accept her, like I said earlier, for where she is right now. And if she likes, you know, taking your underwear, get her some boy shorts. You know, get her some boxers. Get her something so she's not taking your stuff, but something where she
so bad.
so get her some boxes and let her know. Say, hey, here's your own. Stop taking mine because I don't want them. I don't want them back after you take them. Yeah,
Mike, you're right about that. I mean, come on. Yeah, I don't want them back. Look, but you're right. But that's a very good example of what I mean. Let it go. So she might be doing some of this stuff because she's trying to get at you or get your attention or get to you in some way. So the more you show how upset you are, I don't know if you're doing that or not. I can't say that. But if you're showing that it annoys you around her and it blows you up, then that's their way of controlling you. So when you let that control go, hey, no, like Mike said, you know what? Oh, look, last time, you had my drawers. I don't want my drawers back. Look, I'm gonna buy you. Here's you a whole set. Go and do that. They may look at him like, you okay with it? You know, hey, it's your life. It's your life. I'm just responsible for the part that you live here with me until you're 18. After that, you gone. So, hey, you preparing for what you gonna get. Who am I to stand in the way of your future? If that's what you want to be, I don't know. I ain't saying that's the way you're gonna get it, but sometimes when you let go of the problem, you can solve it. But as long as you own it, and you own all the answers to it, you're gonna be frustrated.
Well, hold up. I did want to say you got to have a conversation with her, though. You got to have a conversation with her about everything that comes with that, because she has to understand that road's not going to be easy. She has to understand that, I mean, for that LGBT, community, it's there are similarities to how blacks are treated. There are similarities to how it was back in the day in the 60s towards black people. So she has to understand the type of things that she's going to run into and be able to handle that. So you got to open up that you've got to open up that door to say, hey, come and talk to me. You've got to open up that door to say, I respect what you're doing. I may not agree with it, but I respect it. And you can come to me anytime.
Hey, Mike, if the shoe was on my feet, to your point, I don't know that it's just a conversation. For me, it would be a journey for both of us. I think, I very much agree with you, but I think that, it's something that we're going to have to go through together, because I'm not really, up on, what they may go through other than what you might see on the news. But like, I don't know that that's something that she can go through alone in that.
Right.
So
you don't want her to go through it alone.
It's a constant.
No, I was gonna say you make so to that point, Donnell. People sit there and they clown D Wade because his son wanted to basically choose his gender, right? Well, now it's his daughter, and he felt like that was a journey in which he had to go through with her because he had to learn about what it is that she was going through, but she wanted to transition from a dude to a female and be out with it and be okay. And so, but a lot of people was clowning D Wade for that though.
Oh, I'm sure.
That was his choice. I mean, that was how he felt he had to deal with it. and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because like Donnell said, it's a journey for both of us. I didn't grow up knowing how to be a parent to a kid with sexuality issues. You know, I don't know. It's a journey for me too, and I think that's what Donnell was saying.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just
You
saying,
know, and for D Wade, it's a journey for him too. I'm sure he didn't expect for that to happen. So I'm not going to clown that man for how he's handling it. He's showing his
first.
Yeah. So I think
exactly.
like Black said, you got to put your selfishness aside, you know, and put yourself not necessarily in her shoes, but you know, to understand, at least on her level, to understand where she may be coming from. Because like Donnell said, you know, she may be just experimenting. This may be something she may be experimenting for the moment, and then who knows what may happen later on. But don't shun her for what it is that she may be necessarily trying to express in her life and time, you know, life at this time. That's just what I get from it. So I get it. I get both of y'all. So while we on the topic of disrespect, so I don't know how many of y'all heard of this situation of my man Kirk Franklin and his son. So y'all know Kirk Franklin got a 33-year-old son that is I guess from another wife or from another situation he had earlier in life. And his son felt slighted, you know, according from what I've read, his son has felt slighted the majority of his life, that he has not reaped the benefits of what his current family has reaped the benefits of. But supposedly, you know, his family and him and so forth said that he has been given opportunities, he's been given money, he's been given, you know, all of these things that his other family has been afforded the opportunity to receive. But his son basically squandered it off. So they've had a toxic relationship the majority of his life for the most part. And so recently they've gotten into an argument where his son decided that he wanted to record part of what Kirk Franklin said and played it for the whole world to hear. And I want to play it for y'all so y'all can know what we're talking about right quick.
I did it. He just hung up the phone. I'll break your neck. Is that a threat?
No, look. So, all right, fellas. So we were just talking about disrespect. We was talking about how people feel, you know, how your kids, how you treat your kids, and how your kids treat you with disrespect, and how to handle situations. Here we talking about a 33-year grown ass man of a celebrity who felt like he could put his celebrity father on Front Street to pretty much ruin his reputation. How are we handling this situation? Because again, this is his grown son. This isn't a 13-year-old daughter. He's been afforded the same opportunities that he feels like, you know, that his son feels like he was not afforded. How are we handling this situation? You know, is it a situation of you know, where are we, you know, is it okay for us to talk to our kids this way? You know, he told him, I'll break your M&F neck. You know, what you're not going to do, but what he also said is, what you're not going to do is continue to disrespect me. What you're not going to do is continue to disrespect me. Then he came back and said, I will break your M&F neck. No.
You a grown man. You a grown ass man.
Grown man. God, see, all you whipped man. Say something. Help me break this mother chicken's neck. I would break this mother. Kirk went in, and Kirk went in. Hey,
so a lot of people
hey, God's people cuss real good. Woo. Hey,
oh yeah.
Hey, my grandma was one of the best of them, baby. My grandma go to church and have a Bud Light by 3. Hey, yeah, I'm telling you right now. I ain't mad at Kirk. Look, but I'm once again, same thing with Kirk, man. Hey, I don't know, man. See, he got a 33-year-old son who felt, and see, when I mean, I don't know if he had money, if he's been giving the guy money, he's been supporting the guy as much as he can. you know, when you went to get another life, another wife, another kid, man, somehow that other person may feel that way. And it just shows how much he missed something. It shows how much he missed something in his life to still be 33, going as, especially if his dad giving him money, taking care of him and doing all those. I don't know. This first time I heard of. So I mean, I don't give a damn about this, but just we talking about it. You know, hey, look, Kirk, let it go, man. He 33 years old. If he that bad, just let his ass go. Let him go and get some of that pay for that damn cell phone he put you on blast with by himself. Let him because what I hear, here's what I hear at the end. See, it's a hurt he tried to do. So obviously, this whoever his child, I guess it was the son, he was talking to somebody else like, you heard that? You heard that? Did he say break my neck? Did he hang up on me or something like that? So obviously he has a captive crowd where he's trying to prove something. And if you really upset about a personal situation, why are you putting it on blast like that in front of everybody? That's just something I never had done, man. I just it don't make sense to me. I don't like it, Kurt. Hey, look, man, whenever you get ready to whoop that ass, just let me know, man. I take pictures. That's how I see it, man. I ain't got time to be messing no grown man. Hell.
Go ahead, Mike. What you about to say?
Sir. Nah, I said I come in with my foot too. I help him out. You know, if that's where he wants to go.
But it's crazy that he would do something like that. First of all, that's where and Black always says why this is why he can't stand social media. Because Black, he has a captive audience. He felt somewhere along the line that, oh, I got enough people's attention because I'm Kirk Franklin's son that I can put this man on Front Street and out him for hurting me along the way. And this goes back to Nicole's comment earlier, or even Donnell's comment earlier. Hurt people. This dude was hurt somewhere along the line and has not learned how to deal with his feelings. Now, according to his father, because the father came back out and apologized, not for the situation, he apologized for the words that he used because so many people look up to him as a gospel artist. In my opinion, he shouldn't apologize. He shouldn't apologize. He human just like the rest of us. He got feelings just like the rest of us. And like my man said earlier, who felt like he was disrespected by his daughter, what you're not going to do is continue to disrespect me. So, I think, Kirk shouldn't apologize. He said what he said. He dealing with a grown man. He not dealing with a 13-year-old. My man earlier was dealing with a 13-year-old daughter. My man Kirk is dealing with a 33-year-old son. You're not dealing with a child at this point in time. You can talk to this dude because this is the way he's going to understand you. And obviously, there's some disrespect that he is giving along the line. For Kirk to say what you're not going to continue to do is disrespect me.
Right. And then, so, I look at it a little bit different too, man, because Kirk, I don't know if this guy, this first time I heard, I don't know if this guy's doing this openly in public. Well, of course he is. He put it on social media. But I was about to say Kirk needs to just let it go. But I think this was Kirk. If it was me, I'm going to talk to my son one-on-one, which I thought I was doing when you had me on the phone. Well, I don't know who called who. I don't know how that happened. I would prefer have done that in person. But yeah, I ain't got to apologize because I'm talking to my son about something. I mean, you out here doing stupid stuff, carrying our name on. I don't give a damn. I curse. You curse too. Who the hell out here don't curse? So and went to church last week and probably will go this week. And you probably on the Ursha board. You probably on, and I mean, people kill me. That's this hypocritical bullshit, man, that I just don't
hypocritical, yes.
Because we try to, Kirk, you heard Kirk Franklin say he'll break his son, mother. What? And you ain't never told your child anything like that?
And what?
You know what I'm saying? So I don't hear that. And then people, oh my God, Kirk Franklin's not the guy that, man, look, Kirk Franklin is who we thought he was. He is. He the same hypocritical human that's 600, how many people on earth? 600 million billion? I don't know, hell. But all of us got some stuff. And all this council crap that go on, man, I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of that crap, man. I'm just tired of it. Because we judging
600 million billion.
Yeah, 600 million billion.
Tell us how you really feel, Black. Tell us how you really feel.
Trademark that.
Yeah, man. I mean, I get sick and tired.
600 million billion.
Tell us how you really feel, Black.
Hey, you know what? You know, everybody got an answer to everybody else's problems except theirs. They don't know how to solve their own damn thing, but they know how to tell everybody else how to solve theirs. So
That's true.
I
Yeah.
hey, look,
True.
let Kirk and his son be Kirk and his son. Because you
Yeah.
probably just off the phone with your child or
That's
somebody
right.
cussing your ass out too.
I agree.
That's
I
right.
agree.
Somebody probably need to cuss your ass out. Yep.
Right now. Right now.
Donnell, you've been quiet, Donnell. You've been quiet, Donnell.
Yeah.
Mr. Reasonable, aka Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so a few things, right? I feel like you know, shame on Kurt Franklin's son for, you know, having that phone call on speaker and putting it on blast. You know, that's not manly. That's what did he say? That bitch ass. That's that bitch assness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they got some deeper rooted issues. I feel like both of them probably need to go to therapy, because his 33-year-old son feels a certain type of
So
way.
I will say this, Donnie, before you continue. When Kurt did his quote unquote apology, again for the language, not for what he said, but for the language, he said there was supposedly a therapist was on the line with them at the time, or prior to him going off. There was a counselor or therapist on the line. Somebody said it was TD Jakes. I don't know if that's true or not, but there was supposedly. Kurt even says in his apology
That's
that
probably who was laughing, because somebody was laughing in the beginning when he called her a bitch ass.
I heard that too, Mike. But somebody else was, supposedly it was a counselor or therapist online with them, Donnell.
Yeah, but to say, I don't. You know, every family is different. I don't know that I will be in a situation where I got to have that type of conversation with my 33-year-old son. You know, if he felt slighted, I mean, you're entitled to your feelings. You know, I don't feel that way. You know,
go ahead.
Does that make me, you know, tell him I'm gonna break his neck? No. I mean, I did. You know, I'm responsible for you up until you turn 18 and graduated. That's it. You know.
Hey,
but but I will also say this. You know, at 33, you know, he might feel as though, you know, Kurt Franklin's other family is in positions where they're going to be better off when they graduate college or whatever. They got that one up. And he may feel a certain type of way about that. Or he might just feel like, you know, Kurt Franklin wasn't around enough, you know, and consider him a father figure, hence the disrespect in that conversation. You know, I would never tell my father to shut the F up.
Yeah.
But Donnell, check this out. I'm not saying a rebuttal to yours. What I'm saying is, look, if that has been the case, if Kurt Franklin has not been that dude for him, bruh, an old man told me it don't take all day to see sunshine. He 33. Why are you coming out with it now? This conversation probably should have been happening.
It carries over to your adulthood, man.
Yeah, man. If you don't address,
let me tell you something. If you don't address, you know what I'm saying, those things that bother you as a kid, whether, you know, it was something, you know, that if it's confidence, you know, if people talk about you as a kid, if you don't, you know, if you don't develop thick skin as an adult, like those same things are going to carry over when you become a professional.
I got you. Well, here's my point. What I'm saying, I feel you on that. So what I'm trying to say, this guy's 33 years old. This guy didn't wake up at 32 and be like, you know what, my dad ain't shit.
It's probably
hold on.
That's probably the reason why he recorded him, because this isn't the first.
It ain't new.
I'm not finished with what I'm saying. I'm not finished with what I'm saying. So what I'm saying, I'm coming from Kirk's point of view. This has been going on for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Quite some time. This is not the first time this situation has been addressed. The only thing I'm just saying in Kirk Franklin is just this, is that reason I'm going off is that we know we've had these conversations before. And if I got a therapist that's getting on the line or whatever, you ain't just call a therapist a day and say I got a situation. Therapist got to be retained. You got to know about it before you can just get it. But what I'm saying is this: if you out there and you're trying to discredit me because of this situation that we've been working on for years, yeah, man, I'm coming at you. Yeah, I'm coming at you, man. No, you can't do that.
So
enough is enough. You got to stop with that today, boss.
Just because you get a therapist involved, that doesn't mean he's doing the work either. That just means he got a therapist.
Hey, but you know what?
Right, so just so we can hear from the horse's mouth, let's go ahead and play old boy.
We got Kirk Franklin on the line. Kirk, what up?
On the line.
Hey man, hey, you need to drop that new song with Ice Cube since you're doing all that goddamn cussing. You need to get Ice Cube and make another. Oh, he ain't on the line. Oh, my bad.
We got Kirk on the line. Here we go.
Oh, go ahead. What up, Kirk?
In May, you'll be 33. For many years, we have had a toxic relationship with him as a family. We've tried for many years through counseling, through therapy, to try to rectify this private family matter. Recently, my son and I had an argument that he chose to record. I felt extremely disrespected in that conversation, and I lost my temper.
I don't need to hear no more.
They're not appropriate, and I'm sincerely sorry to all of you. I sincerely apologize. I want you to know as a father that during that conversation, I called the family therapist and got that therapist on the phone to try to help. He never played that part of the recording. I'm not perfect. I'm human, and I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm trying to get it right. Please keep me and my family in your prayers.
Yay! Don't Ice Cube. Now he needs to go and drop that album with Cube. That's a Kirk Franklin cussing record. And because Kirk, look, my point exactly, man. Look, I don't know. Look, Kirk ain't got to apologize to no damn body, man, about what he said or what he did, man. What is that, man? What is that? I just don't agree. He don't owe nobody no apology. That's why I can't stand social media, because man, what? And then, but only thing I'm mad at Kirk Franklin. I am mad at him telling myself, I called the therapist and he did not play. See, now he justifying. You ain't got to justify Kirk. You should have said, yeah, I cussed his ass out and I'm going to whoop his ass when I see him, because he ain't got no business. This a family matter, and we keep it in the family. Now you done put it on blast. Now I'm gonna have to whoop your ass on tape.
Okay.
That's how. Dang, Black. You ain't got no. You ain't got no empathy, no sympathy, no.
For what?
I agree, but if he put it out there like that, you can't have no sympathy or empathy for Kirk, but not for his son.
Why?
Now, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something I did.
Because because he's 33?
Now, he's 33. He's 33.
Is that the only reason why?
That's not the only reason why, because he took a
grown man.
He took a personal matter and decided to put it on Front Street and in front of everybody.
Again, what I heard was it's been going on for years, not just when he turned, and he's not even 33 yet.
I don't give a fuck. He could be 19. Listen, look, my daddy told me the day you become a man, you can't take a day off. So when you decided you're going to be a man, whatever you're going to do, now we having problems and issues. Hey, look here. We having problems and issues, and we're going to keep this thing in our family, and we're going to work it out. Now, I don't know what Kirk doing. I can't say what Kirk doing or how he handling that. That ain't none of my business. I don't give a damn. But I will say this. If this been going on and we've been handling this in a private manner, I can see now you coming out with some more stuff, putting me on blast, trying to put this out, and you gonna put me on blast? Oh man, hell no, I can't have that. Kirk Franklin don't owe nobody no damn apology. He don't owe nobody shit.
I just feel like he doesn't get a pass just because he's a celebrity. I'm not saying
he don't get a pass.
I'm not justifying what his son did.
He get a pass because it has nothing to do with the fact that he's a celebrity. It's the fact that he's human.
Yeah.
Right.
The fact that he's human.
Donnell,
The fact that
other than what I'm about to say right now,
That
do
he's
you remember the
human.
last fight me and my dad had?
When?
All right. Did I tell y'all about the last fight me and my mama had?
No.
No,
Did I tell you about the last fight me and my wife had?
no.
What about my kids?
You said she was defiant earlier. No, I'm joking. Nah.
You know why? Because
I
that's
mean,
private,
I'm
matter,
not.
man. Because I don't
I'm
go
not-
around boasting that. I don't go around, man. You know, I would have. You know, I'd be a triple millionaire by now. If my dad had to raise me, right?
So
That ain't
Black.
something I do,
So
man.
the viewers, i.e., just today, you know what I'm saying, had a question about his own personal issues, and you was like, you know, you were glad to help. So are you saying something, you know, in a negative way about him?
Who you mean him? Who is him?
About the situation from earlier.
You kind of lost me. I want to make sure that we get this straight because what you say now? I'm not understanding.
You asked me, have you ever did all these things, right? And we all said no. We agreed to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in that you was trying to make a point, but you know, my whole thing was
my point was me as a man, as a grown man. See, as a grown man, I'm not taking my problems that I got with my family public. I'm not doing that.
That's what my man did.
Who?
I don't know his name.
The son.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know this man's name.
I'm talking about the call. I'm talking about the
dude with the two daughters.
Oh,
dude with the two daughters and the son.
Okay.
So like this. Listen, if I saw this man today, I would not know him if for anything. He put a question out there. We don't know him. I don't know him. That's that. So if the man trying to get help with it, okay, you're trying to get help with it. But if you're trying to compare what my man was talking about with his daughters today to what Kirk Franklin's son has done to him, I don't see there's no comparison. You can't put those.
I wasn't making that comparison.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So what you saying, Donnell?
All right. What I'm trying to say is, I lost the train of thought. Hold on. Come back to me.
Got reel it back in.
Hey, look, man. Hey, but I like Kirk Franklin put together some combinations on that though, man. I'll break your mother. He was putting that thing together. Hey, look here, man. Listen, all y'all church folk out there, let me tell y'all something. Y'all better stop that. Y'all better stop acting like y'all holier than thou. And I'm a Christian. Yeah, Jesus did hang with a lot of hoes. Yeah, he was with them hoes. He had them hoes. Yeah. Well, it's okay. Jesus had them hoes. He had them. Hey, it ain't.
Hey,
they tried to kill one of Jesus' hoes. You know what? They tried to kill one of Jesus' hoes. He said, wait a minute, whoa, before y'all kill my hoe. Which one of y'all ain't got no sin? Throw the first stone. Daddy got the baby. Come on. So that's what I think a lot of people do here. And that's what social media does, is that allows you to throw stones without you being asked the question, if you ain't got none, are you worthy of throwing some? So social media don't do that to you. It allows you to throw them stones without being asked the right question about yourself. So that's why I don't hate it. I don't like it. I don't like social media, man.
So even though, so we agree, I think we all agree that Kurt was not wrong in the sense of the language in which he used towards his son. We agree with that.
And he didn't need to apologize.
And he didn't need to apologize. We agree he didn't need to apologize. And we don't give a damn what language he used towards his son. But was he wrong for threatening his son and told him, I'll break my foot off up in your ass and I will kill you? No. Was he wrong? Is there a point where you don't threaten your own flesh and blood, no matter how mad they? Because my point, Donnell, as I was saying to you earlier, is he's human. I don't care if he's a celebrity. I don't care if it's a Joe Blow on the street. I don't care he's human first before he is anything else. And so,
right.
I think he has a right to have feelings. I think he has a right to express himself. I think he has a right to do all of those things within the confinements of him and his son's relationship. His son was wrong for putting it on Front Street, because if you've never heard Kurt say anything, Kurt said this has been going on for years. I've never heard. I can't. And I don't know Kirk personally, but I've never heard Kirk say anything about, "Oh, I got this son, and me and my son X, Y, and Z for all these many years." And so now all of a sudden it's coming out. Well, me and my son had this toxic relationship only because his son has put it out there on Front Street for everybody to see. I could be wrong. I don't follow Kirk all like that, other than his music, to know what he's done or what he hasn't done.
God's people, are you with me?
But I think we can all agree on that. But was Kirk wrong for threatening them? I mean, this is flesh and blood. I will. Yeah.
Hey, look. Let me tell you something. I'm a bear with. Yes, he was wrong. I would say he's wrong. He's wrong for threatening his son. His son's a grown man. You don't threaten grown men. What you do is you sneak up on him and you gonna give it to him, like you beat the hell out of him right there. I ain't finna call. I'm not calling, letting you know. I'm not gonna tell you I'm coming over to whoop your ass. No, you know what? If I were Kirk got a little loot. He got a little loot. Kirk could have got on the first COVID-free plane somewhere, and wherever his son was at, and been there within the next 8 hours. Knocked on the door. As soon as his son opened the door, bam, right there in the face. Yeah, Dad is home. I'm about to support you. I'm about to give you all your support. I hope you're recording this, because I'm gonna put a God's people whooping on your ass.
So, I ain't know what to say other than that, Black.
Is it God's people or God's property? Which one?
God's property.
I'm gonna whoop his ass with a piece of God's property around here. I'm gonna whoop his ass. Take my chain off and chain whoop his ass. Scott, you ever hit somebody with a chain across their face, man? You hit somebody with your chain across their face, man, especially with the class. Oh man, you gonna bust an eardrum. But I'm just telling you right there, dog.
Yeah.
Content, I agree. He should be showing his father some respect. We talked about that earlier about kids showing, kids showing their parents respect in general. It is a respect thing. Obviously, he felt disrespected, and so thus he had to go off the way he had to go off, and he felt like it was necessary to threaten him. And he said, "Yo, look, I'm gonna break my foot off up in your ass," and that's what it is. I
really don't. And I'm just being honest with you. Kirk Franklin don't look like he break his foot off in shit.
He don't. But this is my Black.
I ain't taking that.
That dude's like 5'3". He's like 5'3".
But regardless, I said this to my wife earlier. There are but so many people, in my opinion, that can make you go off like that.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Your wife, somebody that you truly care about, that you truly love. Because other than that,
you love the most.
Because if it was some Joe Blow on the street, you'd be like, F him, and you wouldn't even, you keep walking. Mm-hmm. So Kirk still has love, but regardless of what they've been going through for the past who knows how many years, he still, and I guarantee you, if his son, something happened to his son tomorrow or today, I guarantee you Kirk will probably be right there. He'd be like, why this mother don't get, he don't deserve it, I'ma still be there for my son.
You know he will. You know he will, man. You know he will. And I'm gonna equate that. I don't care how bad Kirk cussed his son out or whatever. Kirk ain't gonna put his foot off in nobody's ass. He can't look, man. Kirk ain't do it. He was mad. That's his way of just being mad. And he's saying that he did the black folks fight. You know how we fight when we can't fight, man. We fight with words. We put the combinations together, man. You know,
you talk all this shit from behind the computer screen, and then you see the person in real life. They go, "Oh, hey, what's going on? How you doing?"
Yeah, that's that
keyboard
TV
gangsters.
But like Ty said, I would say if you know, and even going back to my man earlier, no matter what you go through, bro, you know, be there for your kids. You know, be there for your kids. They gonna piss you off. And I'm telling you, I'm a testament to it, man. Me and my mama, when I was coming up as a teenager, man, we fought. And I'm telling you, man, when you talk about disrespect, I was disrespectful. Yes. I thought I was supposed to be this great guy, and you know, I'm making my name for myself. I get scholarships and I get money and all this other stuff. And so my mama wanted me to be home at 11:30. And meanwhile, everybody else can hang out. So I get red boastful, like, man, you know who I am? You know, y'all ain't got to pay for no college. I'm going to college on my own. Blah, 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 all this stuff. And my mama going off on me. When I say going off, she done slapped me about 2 times. And I balled my fist up.
Uh-oh.
Right. And I balled my fist up and I said, like that. And before I let that breath out, I don't remember letting it out. Because my dad, he didn't tell me he was going to knock me out. He ain't say, boy, what the hell wrong with you? You know, I whoop your, you know what? He ain't say nothing. It was like this dude turned to Bruce Lee, and I was on the other team. Man, when he hit me, all I remember is getting up and my dad telling me, okay, son, when you ready to be a man, don't take no day off. Now decide when you want to be one. And at that point, I decided today's not the day. I think I'll stay a son. I'll stay a boy. That's where my mentality comes from. I ain't finna tell you what I'm gonna do. You don't need to know what I'm gonna do. You will know it when it happens. So I ain't finna threaten nobody. I'm not doing that. My kids, if I tell you something and you think I'm bull jiving with you, watch it happen. Watch it happen tomorrow. Watch it happen tomorrow or the next time you do it. It ain't no, well, I'm gonna wait. No, it's done. I do that with my employees. I tell you, we got something? Hey, get it right. Let's do it. I'll give you a chance. Next time you do it, you're gone. It ain't, I don't tell them that. It's just they gone. It's like, damn, what happened to it? They gone.
All right, so my man Cortez Jones says, how do y'all handle it when you have grown kids like Kirk and they mostly only reach out to you when they want money and need money? I think we kind of addressed this earlier. And they said, how do you balance being there and being a fool? We kind of addressed this earlier. Sometimes you got to let them go ahead and fall on their face. If they only want you and they only want to be and they only want to respect you or be around you when they want something, you have to, you have to pull rank and say, you know what? I can't continue to be the fool and allow you to use me in that situation. I'm gonna let you fall in your face a couple times and then, show you that, look, you're gonna respect me and not just because I'm here to give you gifts or money or whatever the case may be at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I would say? Fill out this application. Go ahead, make a request like everybody else. I gave you some money last month. Now you want to be on payroll. You ain't fill out one damn application. Go and fill this paperwork out. And then we'll let my peers do this because you got enough money to get that. Yeah, Jimmy. My man Bug. What up, Bug? What up, Bug from the B Ham? Hey, I'm cut him off, man. You cut him off. You cut them off because you teaching them what you're doing when you keep giving and giving and giving people and they don't have to give them back and they don't have to. You do it genuinely. You do it because you love them. But hey, man, I'm dealing with some stuff in my family right now, man. Well, sometimes I tell my family, hey, look, a person does what they want to do most. They do what they want to do most, and I don't care what you think you can do for people. They do what they want to do most, and if they think they can keep getting money from you and just keep getting it, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna keep getting money from you. Mm-hmm. You really being a fool. But if my thing is, I want to give somebody some money, I'm gonna give you some money, but it ain't gonna be like you think I should. Next time you ask me for money, I'm gonna need you to go through this paperwork for me. I'm gonna need you to go take this car to a certain place, get it fixed. I'm gonna need you. Right. I'm gonna put you on. I'm like, yeah. Hey man, ain't got no problem. Hey, look, hey man, can you do me a favor? Can you go pick up something for me somewhere else? I ain't got no money. Well, you'll have it when you get it. When you don't do it.
So Donnell, I'm really directing this towards you because I got a sense earlier that I get what you're coming from, but I got a question or a comment. In my opinion, I feel like a lot of people or a lot of adults now feel like they have to be more their child's friend than their child's parent. So I feel like that's part of the reason where a lot of disrespect comes in, and a lot of people a lot of kids want to use their parents because they feel like they're on the same level as their parent, in my opinion. So I know personally, I've had to tell my boys this: look, I am not your friend. I will be friendly. I can be friendly. We can laugh, we can joke, we can play, we can do this, that. We can, I take my kids on dates. I love them to death. But what I'm not is I'm not one of those little kids that's your same age that you can feel like you can talk to any kind of way or treat any kind of way. I think a lot of us as adults have lost that part of, when we so busy wanting our kids to be our friends that we allow them to disrespect us to a certain degree. Mm-hmm. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I feel like we allow them to disrespect us to a certain degree because we want to be so much, be so friendly to them. And I'm not saying we got to beat them and we got to, tear them down and this, that, and the third. But they should understand that that is my mother or that is my father, and I need to respect them as such and not as somebody who I go to school with or I'm on the playground with.
So my comment earlier was you have to set up boundaries.
Right.
I feel like you should be some, you know what I'm saying, in the know and want your kids to communicate with you, because if they're not doing it with you, they're gonna do it to somebody else, and that's how they get influences.
Agreed.
So I'm not saying we best friends to the end, but I still feel like, you know what I'm saying, like you should know what your kids are into. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the same time, in terms of respect, like, yeah, I'm not your friend. I still got that, I brought you in, take you out type situation. But you got to set up those, you got to develop those boundaries.
I agree. It's boundaries.
I agree. I agree.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was just going to say, I try to be my friend. I try to be my son's friends first, but at the same time, I do set up those boundaries. Like I said earlier, sometimes, I let them express themselves. Let me say that first and foremost. I do let my sons express themselves because I want to teach them how to express themselves properly. So I let them express themselves, but sometimes I got to put them in check, and I'm like, oh, whoa, I am your dad.
Yeah,
and then they take a step back.
Yeah. So that's like Donnell said, that's setting them boundaries. That's letting them know that while again I can be friendly, but until you start paying your own bills, until you start doing things for your own self, I'm not your friend. So we're gonna set these boundaries. We can play, we can laugh, we can joke, we can you can talk to me about anything and everything. However, don't expect to come at me any kind of way and me be okay with it at the end of the day. We're gonna set that boundary right now, like Mike said, we're gonna set that boundary at an early age where I gotta thump you and I ain't gotta beat you. Or I can say something to you and I don't have to necessarily per se.
Yeah, now, hey, Ty, I believe in that firmly. And I think I've said it on the show before. You've really got to hit that when they're toddlers. That's when it's really set. When they're toddlers. Once they get past, 8, once they get past 7, 8 years old,
oh shit.
You don't have that same control. You don't have that same what happened, Black? You all right?
Put me on pause, man. Put me on pause. Pause.
We're gonna remove Black from the screen temporarily while he get the situation together. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh man.
But I agree, Mike. I agree. Again, it's not about beating them. It's not about things. But I will say this, Mike. Yes, you can get them early. It just makes it harder once they get older. You can still do it once they get into their teenage years. You can still do it when they get a little bit older. But it just makes it harder rather than getting them early. At the at an earlier stage in life, because they still gonna test you regardless. Once they start hitting puberty, whether it be guys or your sons or your daughters, like my man said earlier, they still gonna test you regardless.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna say this, man. I'm tell you like this,
Mike
man. I like being my kids. I like being my kids' friend. I like being my children's friend. I like being my wife's friend. Just like I like being my wife's friend. My wife also know that I am supposed to be her lover. On top of that, my kids need to know that I'm their friend and I'm their father and I'm their protector and I'm their support system. I'm all that. That's what makes me a dad. So, I hear when people say I'm not here to be your friend, like Ty said, and I know what you're saying, bro, and I totally understand. But what sometimes people will get to that frame of, I ain't never got to be friends with my kids. No, yes, the hell you do. If you want to keep I know you're not saying that. I know you're not supporting what you're saying when you say I'm not my kids' friends, but some people take that and they use it's almost like finding the Jay-Z raps, and then you trying to rap them. It don't sound right. It don't sound right when you do it. So when you say that, I understand because I see you with your people, man. And so when you're saying you're not their friend, yes, the hell you are. You do act as a friend. You play with them. You participate with them. You joke with them. You have fun with them. That's being friendly with them and being a friend to them. But you also know that, hey, I have to switch it up all the time. When I'm with my kids, by instance, I am not like this with my kids. I am the softest, punkest, just stupidest dude when I get around my kids. I do some stupid stuff, man. My kids told me yesterday I was so stupid. And so I do some silly stuff because them the only people that can bring that stuff out of me. But let me tell you one thing. When I get serious, everything changes. It's sit your ass down. I'm not playing with you. And my kids, they automatically they get to a point where they got it's a change. It's like, oh damn, he for real. He's not playing. Because sometimes they look at him like each other, like, is he playing? He tripping? He been outside? What he doing? And I had to really get to him and say, look, I'm not playing with you. And really get that point across because we are supposed to be everything to our kids. We supposed to be the judge. We supposed to be the prosecutor. We supposed to be the defendant. We supposed to be the jury. We got to be all that to our kids at the same time. And then the power of us as parents, we got the ability to accept them even after they make all the mess ups and do all the stupid stuff. We still got the ability to bring them back and hopefully one day get them to where they're comfortable, man. That's all it is as parents. That's all we can do. You know, we can't control them. We can't, as much as I want to, man, as much as my mama thought she had control over me, she had no idea. She had no idea. As much as we think we can control our kids, we have no idea. The thing, I'm telling you from being experienced, man, just being around kids my whole life and working with kids, you have no damn idea what your kids be doing, man, and they thoughts. None. And the best you can do is try to get a little insight and work with that insight with these kids, man. And hopefully, you know, they come back around. And they always do. They always do, for the most part. They do. They do. I mean, we had conversations about this, man. Yeah, I mean, we didn't have they do. You come around. It all works out, man. When you got one person that's willing to be peaceful. Yeah. And peaceful don't mean being pumped. That peace don't mean being a punk. I think it takes more courage to have peace in a hostile situation than it is to be hostile. I just feel that, man. I feel that. All the problems I have with people, when I let go of that problem and they ain't got nothing to fight or bounce back with, they get tired. It's like you punch and win. You punch and win. You punching or you throwing darts in the dark and they not hitting the target. You get tired of that. And when you get tired, now you're ready to listen. And that's what my man said. That's why I tell my man, you know, if he had a problem with his daughter, just wait until they see. Right now, they are defiant because they feel that they don't need you. I have never gave money to a homeless person that said, man, get that shit out of my face. I don't want your money.
I have. And this was like literally a month ago. Literally. Those are almost her exact words. Those are almost her exact words, Black. She said, get this shit out of my face. I don't want your money. And don't touch me next time either.
Damn, literally. Ty, you run around touching homeless folks? What the hell wrong with you?
This guy.
Oh, foul. What a flag. Foul on the play.
This guy. Hey, any last words before we get into the man code? What's the last words before we get into the man code?
My last word is peace. Peace, man. Have peace. Learn the real meaning of peace, man. It ain't justifying. You know, we you know. Yeah, I do got some last words. All right. All right, man.
Go ahead, Black.
I'm put like this, man. It's you know, when we start talking about the situation that we have, man, the biggest problem we have is that we try to justify our point of view. And anytime you try to justify your point of view, you are at war. You at war. See, we get caught up in I'm right. So I have a right to justify my point of view because if 1,000 people saw this, they say I'm right. And you are absolutely correct, except the person you arguing with. And that's the problem you're trying to solve. You ain't trying to solve with 1,000 people that's looking on. You're trying to solve the problem with the person who you got the opposition with. So eliminate the opposition. Eliminate your justification of why you got to be right. Try to understand, like Donnell has said, try to understand the other person's point of view, whether they're right or wrong. They could be dead wrong, but try to understand their point of view and take your justification out of it, and you'll be a little bit more peaceful. You ain't gonna solve the issue sometime, but it ain't gonna be no friction.
Gotcha. Anything, Donnell?
My last word.
No, I agree with Black.
All right. Well, Black, what's the what's Manco hitting on tonight?
Man, you talking about family? Hey, man, did y'all? Now look, man, you know I don't do no social media, man, but you can't help but know about this, man. Man, y'all know what Megan what's the girl name that married to the white dude?
Oh, Meghan Markle.
Yeah, Megan, what's her name? Markle? Marble?
Yeah,
what's her
something
name?
like that. Yeah, Markle.
Man, no. Look here, man. I can't turn on the TV radio without somebody talking about. I seen a little girl, my old ex-girl I used to hang out with, old Michelle Obama. You know, me and Michelle, don't tell Barack, but we don't need to know this. But anyway, that's my girl there. Me and Michelle. I seen Michelle did a damn interview with Mark and Mabel or somebody, a Bush daughter. I don't know who that was. I don't know, man. I don't know about all that. But bro, I don't care how bad your problems is, dog. Look, man. Did y'all see the Oprah interview?
I did.
One of us did.
I did.
Have we talked about Oprah?
Last week we talked about who watched his interview.
Who watched his interview? Okay. All right, man.
I did.
Okay. All right. We already established that if you watch Oprah, you can kill yourself, right?
If you watch Oprah over sports, yeah.
Oh yeah, you watch Oprah over sports, you can kill yourself. But check this out.
Unless Oprah's about sports.
Look, here's the man code. Here's the man code. I was gonna go back with my Oprah, but let me tell you something, man. Look. Did I tell y'all about what happened in the neighborhood last week, man?
With the dude jogging.
That was Man Cave last week, man.
No,
that was Man Cave last week. This wasn't Man Cave last week. Look, man, y'all almost messed me up, man. Hey, look, man. Hey, I don't give a damn how bad y'all, man. You ain't supposed to be watching no damn Oprah, man. Don't watch no Oprah. You ain't supposed to watch no Oprah interview, man. Don't watch no damn Oprah interview. You can't watch Oprah interview by yourself. Hey, look, everybody that came on here, Kirk Franklin, I better not see you talking no damn Oprah on no interview talking about why you was cussing. Man, fuck that, Kirk. That's what I want. Hey, man, hey, own that, Kirk. Own that. My man, don't go on Oprah. Don't go on Dr. Phil. Don't do none of that. Just come to the Millionaire Man Cave, man. We got you. But I better not look, man. Any man that watch Oprah by himself need to kill himself. That's all I got to say.
Any man watch Oprah by himself. All right, we stamping that one, fellas. You should not be watching. First of all, Oprah don't even come. Well, I guess she does. She had the interview the other week. But yeah,
I don't even watch TV. I seen Oprah last week.
Yeah, prime time.
Mike said he seen it.
I seen it with my wife. I watched it with my wife.
I guess that's your pass, huh, Mike?
Did you drink? Was you drinking wine, Mike? Was you drinking wine?
No, I had my whiskey.
Hey, did you have your hair crimped over to the side? You know, and with an ascot on. You had ascot on. You know, you Kappas like wear them ascots. You know, you Kappas. You know, y'all like to be he's shimming. Hey man. Wait. But yeah, man.
I watched it with my wife.
You had your loafers on? Your loafers? with your striped socks and stuff on, man. Hey, look, man, I'm telling you, man, you can watch Oprah if it's a plan to get a little nookie after later on. It's okay. It's okay.
BDBO.
Yeah, you're gonna BDBO, but you cannot watch Oprah by yourself, fellas. You cannot watch Oprah. Now, I think we talked about this before, but I'm expressing it. I don't care how bad your problems get, man. Oprah ain't got problems for dudes. She do not have problems with dudes, man. She don't answer that. She don't answer that. And especially her girl, Gayle King. I don't answer that. No.
All right, so we stand for that one. No
Stand.
Oprah. No Oprah.
No Oprah. No Oprah,
No.
man. No Oprah.
Hey.
Call a man, Millionaire Man Cave. We'll help you
Stand.
out.
I don't know what else to say after that, peoples. My man says no Oprah, fellas, especially over
Oh,
sports.
look at this politically correct dude right here. Oh my God, man! Nobody gonna take your network, man. Ain't nobody gonna take the network.
Hey.
Ain't nobody gonna sue you, man. Cause of what I said. Hey, look,
I'm trying to be like my man Kirk. I'm just letting the people know, you know. Nobody judging
And
me.
people say.
yeah,
And people say.
I don't know, man. I don't listen to Kirk.
Hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Could have been anywhere, but y'all chose to be here. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button right here on Relationship Entertainment Television on YouTube. Don't forget, there's a lot more shows coming out or coming on, so stay tuned and check back often. Again, each and every Tuesday right here, 8 p.m., Millionaire Man Cave. Submit your questions, submit your comments, submit your videos. We got y'all live on air. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. We out. Peace.
Peace.